is important.
I mean,
And you know what's going to be legal? It's going to be perfectly legal for you to play your favorite Game Boy game soon.
I don't know about
That's
that.
not on a Game Boy?
It's already
That's
legal right
no.
now to play it.
Well,
So
right.
Right? We're not China. Let's just segue over Alan.
Whoa. Okay.
because he didn't mention how it would be legal. Because technically, you could just go onto whatever format you have and play the game that you have on that format.
Okay. Other than officially owning the video games, like Ethan does, and like I do,
Right.
sort of, you'll now be able to officially play your favorite Game Boy and Game Boy Color games on the Nintendo Online system.
Yay!
And all you guys know, you pay a certain amount a month, or you pay the $34.99 family plan to add as like 5 people to be able to play online, and you get to play all your old school NES and SNES games. There'll
Wait,
be
how much is it?
For a family, it's $34.99 a year.
Oh, a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Great.
it's like $5 or $7 a month. Like, to be completely realistic, it's already cheaper than Game Pass. And I mean,
I would say
Mhm.
if you're going for a monthly versus yearly, I'd just pay for the family yearly because that's less than paying the $5 or $7 a month for yourself.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we initially found out about this early on when Nintendo started adding the SNES games. I'm not going to say a hacker, but another Switch owner / player discovered that there were 4 emulators on the Nintendo Online System, I guess software, and they were able to like kind of guess that they're gonna either go for N64 and GameCube games or go for Game Boy games, like early Game Boy, like Tetris, all the Pokemon games, because it'll be in color, and a bunch of other shit. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna release. But starting off, we're gonna see like what 6, 8 games, and then probably anywhere between 2 new games a month to 4 new games a month until release
See,
everything.
it sounds crazy, but I would much rather them do emulators for the handheld systems than the console systems. Like,
Yeah.
give me a Game Boy, SP fucking emulator, or a Game Boy Advance, or hell, a DS emulator, right?
Well, there's a very popular software called Dolphin that does it very successfully. That's how most, I guess, old school retro gamers on streams and on Twitch play these games. Hell, Shady Jokers used it, and I definitely know Prez of the Castle uses Dolphin. And Dolphin already outperforms the emulators that Nintendo has on their online system.
Say that. So,
Yo,
like, I was playing, what is it? Mario Brothers 3. And
Mhm.
then there's a part where you have to like hit these boxes and you have to get like 3 in a row.
Mhm.
It goes way too fast. Like it's not like the original game at all. And there's like small little things like that. And I guess like porting it over to the new system causes those problems, but it is an issue.
I don't think
even then,
Go ahead.
if they gotta run through and like recode the game a little bit for the new emulator, it's not that much code to go through, I don't think.
Well, each game, especially old school games, they're roughly between 80 kilobytes to maybe even 500 kilobytes of data. And that's thousands of lines of code. And, several different hundred assets, if we're really like getting down to the nitty gritty of it. But it's not the way the game is developed, it's the way the emulator is handling the actions. Because what happens when you start playing old school games on new technology is typically the newest technology goes too fast for the older systems. And that's the problem that Nintendo hasn't really bothered to fix. There are several communities dedicated to oh my god, it's overclocking your system, right? Getting as much out of the hardware that you can. But there's also a community.
Underclocking.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a community dedicated to underclocking, to playing old school games. And that's something Nintendo hasn't really done to cater to our retro gamers. So unless if they really change anything about their emulation system, I really think it's going to be poor performance on these new games that they're bringing over to the Switch. So I'm excited for it, but I'm worried as to how it's going to look. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What game do you want to play on these emulators?
So I bought all the original Pokemon games to play them. Turns out I don't even have them at my desk anymore. They have a full Game Boy Color cartridge, but that's a Game Boy Advanced motherboard. My my Nintendo 64 doesn't read that, and I don't have a Game Boy to plug those into.
Damn.
Yeah, and
Right,
the Pokemon Yellow I bought is shit. As soon as I get any certain amount forward, it just crashes. Even if I save.
Oh, that sucks.
I lost a save file because of that.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it was 2 batches in, man. That's when I gave up.
I know that's my the gold I have, the battery's bad in it,
I
so
can
it
change
doesn't
that for you.
save.
I have batteries.
Oh, yeah, I've never got to it. But so yeah, as soon as you turn the game off, your save's gone.
Eek. Yeah. I have an original gold
Right.
that I had that same issue with, and I learned how to solder because I wanted to switch it out to keep playing.
So, Ethan, do you just have to keep your Game Boy on forever? It just has to stay charged.
Yeah, you just plug it into the charger and you leave it on. Because really, I mean, in like 12 hours, you can beat the original
Yeah,
game like pretty intently. So
yeah. I'm pretty certain there's a speed run of it like less than 12 hours.
oh yeah.
I never had a Game Boy when I was younger. So like what was like the price range of a Game Boy game? Like for 12 hours of gameplay, like that sounds I guess you would just play it over and over again.
I don't know, like
I don't remember.
$29.99.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
My parents bought all my Game Boy games.
Yeah, I had an Advance, and
Oh,
I actually
God.
still have it. It still works. I can still play games on it.
Nice.
I played it, I don't know, it was a couple of months ago. But I would probably end up looking for games from the Advance that like I used to play just to see like the color differences, the play differences, if I get any farther than I did when I was,
Younger.
because
Yeah.
I remember the one game I had was the series of unfortunate events.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always get to the same point and I would not be able to figure out after that point. So I'd want to play it again and be like, let me get good at this.
That's why I started playing a lot of the old N64 games, because I was too young to really enjoy them and enjoy the storyline. So like I went
Yeah.
back and beat the fuck out of Super Mario 64. I got all 120 stars.
That's like I've been itching to actually try and go do a restart of Donkey Kong 64.
Dude, yes.
Some Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh my god, I started Banjo-Kazooie. That was the first game I played on my Xbox One X upstairs. I downloaded it and started
Yeah.
playing it.
You mean NJ's Xbox One X?
Okay, MJ's Xbox One X.
No, that's his. No, that's all
I see you
his.
logged into it. I would see him only logged into his PC.
I'm always logged
Uh.
into either one or the other. Plus, my PC's
I
always
just use
on.
his Xbox to watch Netflix.
Oh,
And then to
Speaking
play
of
Neo
that-
Genesis.
we're on what, like season 2 of Supernatural? They just met their
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, they just saw their dad.
Like when we were walking in here, they just met up with their dad for the first time.
Are watching Supernatural? Okay, I'm gonna watch it with you. You guys started season 2? Okay.
Not
Right,
yet.
I'm down.
Caught up with us by tomorrow.
Dude, I've only ever seen bits and pieces of Supernatural, so I'm
Well,
down.
that's it. Like
Yeah.
for me, I only ever watched it when it came on like TV, like on cable TV, because it was always like TNT, right? Supernatural on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And so I've only ever I know enough to know who everybody is, and that's it.
See,
Yeah.
I never watched it, but being on Tumblr, you end up learning all of like the inside jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
So-
my
remember
God.
waking up and it was Charmed, Supernatural, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Those are 3 shows you can watch in the morning on TNT.
Wait. It was Buffy, then Charmed for me.
Probably.
Yeah, because for me, Supernatural came on like at 2 p.m. through 3 p.m. and I was
Yeah.
never home till like 7 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
You
And
never
life.
skip class just to watch some TV.
No, not until my senior year, and I got in trouble. I skipped like
Alan was a good noodle, okay?
I was a good news.
I skipped like 16 days of class once. I caught up, but
It's like
anyway.
nothing extreme.
Pretty much. I'm like Winston with all his pranks. But when it comes to
Prank
doing bad
Sinatra?
things, yeah, prank Sinatra.
I'll never forget the one math teacher I had my senior year, right? So
Mhm.
like it was like we retook algebra, right? Because you just
Mhm.
had to have a filler class. And I took algebra in like 8th grade. So come back and then so first semester we had one teacher, second semester we had a different teacher. Well, first semester I had like a 93. Second semester I skipped 80% of the class.
Oh shit.
And and the teacher thought he was funny. He goes, "Well, if you pass the final, I'll pass you."
Oh.
I passed the final.
Oh,
And
so
then our
Mhm.
one teacher in sociology failed me because I refused to do the final. Even though I had a 75 for the class, he failed me for the year because I wouldn't do this final project.
little shit.
I love that class.
Mr. Trujillo, I still remember that to this day.
I do not forgive you.
For real,
You're-
I
No, but if
passed
you
that
were-
Hearing
class
first,
and he
guys.
tried to fail me.
If you were late to that class, all you had to do was bring him a taco from our local taco shop, Santos, and he would not count you as tardy. So that worked out for a lot of us.
So the
That's the
reason
kind of teacher I'd be.
I brought up skipping in high school is it was either junior or senior year that the 3DS, no, I'm sorry, DS, one of the Nintendos had come out, like the DS or something. Well, I would skip with a couple of friends and we would spend the entire time playing Mario Kart.
That's how you got so good.
That's
Out
how
on
I
the
got so
streets,
good.
skipping class.
Like my life depended on it.
I just don't see it. I couldn't see Alan skipping class.
Dude. We would skip class. We would play Mario Kart. In between Mario Kart, we play Uno and we would listen to Kenny G.
When I hear you talk about skipping class, I picture your friends talking to you the same way we talk to NJ.
No,
Like, come on, it's just one time.
nah,
You'll be
dude.
okay.
It was
Not
it was
just
me
one
being the
time.
instigator. It was me being the instigator because I didn't want to go to fucking Spanish class. She was a bitch. I don't remember her name. She was a bitch to me. And then, like, after she had called my parents about skipping class, I went up to her and I told her, "Look, I'm sorry. I don't like you." And she goes, "You know what? That's fine. I don't like you either, but I want to help you pass. So let's do this." And she ended up turning out pretty cool. But yeah, I was the one that was instigating it. I didn't want to go to fucking Spanish 4. I already knew Spanish. It
Right?
makes no fucking sense for me
My
to go to
first
Spanish 4 in a
language was
border town.
Yeah, no, I remember that in high school because we did have a lot of like English or Spanish first speak or language speakers at our school.
Mhm.
And they
Mhm.
were the only ones that failed Spanish class, right? Because they didn't say we don't speak this Spanish. Like no one speaks the Spanish anymore.
Like they're teaching Spaniard Spanish. Like that's what they were
Yeah, like
teaching us. It wasn't
from
like
Spain.
yeah, it's not Mexican Spanish. Like and it's every different type of Spanish from like every country south of the border like has different words for everything.
Yeah. Not to mention, like a large majority, especially in Texas, like the Chicano culture, they speak Tex-Mex. Like it's not traditional like Mexican Spanish. Like it's Tex-Mex. We always got to put our little spin on things, right? As
Yeah.
Texans.
Hell yeah.
I saw this girl on TikTok. She speaks several languages, and she had spoke German as like a frat bro. It was like the funniest shit ever. I love hearing stuff like that.
She did it first with
Anyway,
an English accent and then she did it in German. It was hilarious.
yeah, it's funny.
But I
Sorry.
mean, No, you're good. You're good. But what if I didn't skip 16 days of school and get this good at Mario Kart? I'd be bad at Mario Kart. I don't think NJ would have gone out with
Yeah.
I
me
don't know.
again if I
I
didn't
think
kick her
there's
ass at
a
Mario
lot of
Kart.
years, but there's a lot of years between high school and now that explain the Mario Kart.